as well, because this is also about creating your, I don't know, expanding your skill set and your, how you present information, I think, personally.
I personally think it should just be dead simple. I think that it should just be dead simple that for them topics I've just talked about, for 20 people to talk about that subject, each individual subject is not a lot of people, right? And I think you should just simply get them in, maybe play a bit of music that goes with their time. So say like when they were coming over on the boat, it was Calypso, wasn't it, and Blue Beat. Or, do you know, and just let them talk. Just let them talk, and then when they finish talking, say, tell me more about that.
No, I'm not on about that.
Okay.
I'm on about after that.
Okay.
I'm on about what you've listened to and what you all think about
as
it.
an individual.
Yeah,
Right,
as an
yeah,
individual,
of course, okay.
You know what I mean? And what that means for you and how you choose to present it to people. Like your thoughts on it. Because people are going to listen to about what you think about it because it's your project. You know what I mean? I think it is about what you're listening to people, but I think it's also about you as well and your chance to show something.
No, so you can have, you're saying you can have your individual.
Yeah.
Well, it's a learning curve for us, isn't it? Because you will learn from those interviews.
Definitely, right. That you won't have known.
You won't have known, yeah?
Yeah, but we've already done that with you giving us the interviews that time, haven't you?
No, I mean the content. I mean the content.
You
know, if someone tells you like something and you think, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Right, so we're learning stuff and we can interpret what we've learned. Like you say, either on film, artwork, paper, whatever.
Yeah, I get you.
That you're learning about yourself, maybe skills that you didn't know you had or you didn't. You've had to learn new skills to sort of be on the projects of what we're doing. Because, you've asked us individually to do things or as a group to do things. So you've got to find a way of interacting with, she's going to laugh now, our other colleagues. No, but within the group, within us to see how we interact with each other. And think about finding out what you can do that you thought you couldn't do before. So it's a learning curve about everything. It all sort of comes in together to make it one whole project. I think that's interesting.
I do.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I'm excited to see what everyone does as well.
Sean's idea about the Thursday evening, maybe that, like you said, could be like a reflecting bit where we look at the interviews of the week. It might not just be the group, and talk about what it's brought up for that week. So it's sort of a continuity of these meetings.
Okay.
With a different focus, because you're going, right, what's been happening at the bar this week, and then you're looking at all the interviews. And so, that's what you were really saying, wasn't it? To have something slightly different on a Thursday evening.
Because you've got the time, to do it, and you've got, opportunity to have a voice through this project, and I think everyone should really take it, as much as you can, really, because then people will start listening to you, and it's about how people perceive the content and what the information you're putting out are going to change people's, not perceptions, but influence how things are happening out there a little bit, which is the exciting part of what you said last week. Was I thought it could be an opportunity to do that, the project, personally, but that's my perspective on it.
The question I sometimes get asked is, why did you do the Reno dig?
Yeah.
And I think from these interviews, we can answer that question.
Tell me what you mean.
Right, well, why did you do the interview? Why did you do the Reno dig? Because, it was part of my growing up experiences, right? I met like-minded people of the same colour, gone through it, similar experiences, right? Now, when we do these interviews, right, the interviewee will bring out stuff, right, and we'll be saying, well, this is what led to us going into the Reno. You went into the Palm Beach prior to the Reno, right? We've moved on to the Reno, and this is why we've built it up to give that history back, to bring it back to life, right? And you're all part of this, because your story is just as relevant as mine is. So I think that question could be answered, like I say, through these interviews.
Yeah, it's like it's been a stepping stone to sort of get a voice in social history, but told by the people who live that life. It's not being watered down in any way, shape or form, is it? Even when I lose my temper a little bit. I'm taking the piece of all that.
But it's full control of the narrative, because like the BBC thing was great for publicity, but it was like, hey, these guys have done a nightclub, and it's their chance to turn.
I'll never do that again.
Yeah, because they want.
So that was a big learning curve, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. I'd never do that again.
That was the whole pretend you just do it like that.
Yeah. Bombs and daft questions, you know what I mean?
No BBC.
You know what I
Because
mean?
they made it out, it's just...
Remember all the journalists come talking to us and whatever?
At the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's that
BBC.
Because they're not,
didn't answer the
they're
questions.
fishing for content, he's on a day rate, they know what, we need 5 minutes for the end of the programme, and I need you to say this, so
And
I
it's-
can go home. It's not their fault, that's the culture that he's from, isn't it? It works, so.
Definitely, and that's what I'm saying, this is your chance to present your work in whatever way you want, you know what I mean, in whatever medium you want as well. It can be speaking in front of people, and you know.
I just think Raw is full. Raw connected everybody before. Raw will work again.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? But we're affording these other people, irrelevant of their goddamn age, to be Raw too. And we're going to give them an ear. Do you know what I mean? And if we don't like what we're saying, we can say, well, fucking hell, I don't like what you've just said. It's outrageous. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, and, you know, fucking come round, who cares?
No,
Who
definitely.
cares?
I think people express rawness in different ways though.
Yeah.
And that's like, Linda lent me a book yesterday on the miners and stuff, and it was just I found it fascinating how, like, you know, through their strife, people who didn't make any art at all found an opportunity to like make creative stuff and express their voice and stuff like that, and it just really reminded me of what opportunities there are to like do like really kind of strong stuff in opportunities like that and express your voice in different ways through art. Being quite
No, but it is, it's interesting. It's like when you were saying, I think it was last week, Linda, and you were talking, and Sean was talking and was saying how, if you look on us now, we're so many different age groups around this table. Only a few of us didn't meet till the dig. There was people there that I never ever knew, but we just mucked along beside each other. But for us, it's all different histories. Like you've just said now, how it's going to affect when somebody says, why did you do the dig? Because we went down there. But look where we've come from the dig to get here. This is the part that's making history. This now, what we're all putting together, the ideas, the going back to the memoirs, talking about our parents, how we grew up, what street you grew up, all the things that you put on about the black history is totally fascinated me. Made me go back and start thinking about things. Yeah, of course, it's asking me where I came from, because I don't know about a lot of people here, but I didn't really know my family because we were ostracised, because my mum was white and my dad was black. So I didn't get to know a lot of my family, didn't really get to know about my dad. I've just got a suitcase when he's passed away that I found with his history in it. And all it is a suitcase which I'm going to get down and I'm going to bring you some of the stuff that's in it. It's absolutely fascinating about his life, and that's how I know about his life. Yeah, he talks a bit, but not a lot. They didn't talk to you a lot about what went on. They
Why
didn't
do you
give
think
you
that
any
is?
insight.
I
learned about my
generation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a second generation.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So when
didn't know my
came
dad
back,
until I actually went back
talking
to
to
Ghana
family
with
members.
him.
Yeah.
And that's when I got to know him.
How old was you then?
34.
Wow.
What was that, Susan?
I said, obviously I know my dad, he's still there now, but I didn't know him until me and him went back to Ghana together. And that is when I got to, that is when he started telling me about him growing up as a child.
Exactly the same.
Yeah,
Exactly the same.
yeah.
Your dad was the same. Right.
And
I
Sue
didn't know
Taylor
moved from village to village.
said the same thing.
Because you
She
never
said,
saw
I've known your dad
until
for
family
20
members
odd years
started
and I don't know him until now.
Mm.
Because she was there on one holiday with us as well. And she got to know my
I
dad.
found out very rarely talks about it. My grandfather, I never knew about him.
And basically, I never knew that about my dad. Dad
Well,
never
I
talked
did-
about himself.
Oh, my mum's
He
side
never
of the
told you
family.
his side of the family, anything
That,
like
that
that.
again is
My
why.
dad did.
This is unusual though. I
Told me
don't know
about his
about my
side
dad.
of his
You
family
know,
when he was
I just
a
don't
kid and all
That
that.
is you.
This
Yeah,
is
and
why.
he was
One
brought up with.
conversation, please, folks.
This is why these interviews would be good.
Yeah, exactly.
He's brought up with
Because
lot
whether
of
that's
kitchen.
your mum or your dad, I don't
My
know
dad.
one word about my
Kitchen.
dad's journey from Jamaica to England. How long was he on a ship? He must have been on a ship 3 weeks.
Right, but
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
learn-
I don't know one. I don't know where he weed, where he ate. I don't know nothing.
You'll learn that from the interview.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did
No,
find that
exactly.
out
What's a few of them the
because
sailors? A few of them were
when he
John
passed
Merchant
away,
Navy.
I found a suitcase
My old man worked on ship.
after he passed away and we're emptying out the house. I found things then, but then I found his case with his young life.
Oh,
He stowed away from Kingston at the age of 14. Stoker on the ship. So he was down in that heat. And then I've learned through his passages of his passport and how much he got paid, all the countries he went to in the world. He was a learned man, he was eloquated, he was very smart. But I didn't know that till after he died.
yeah.
I
There
didn't
you
even know,
go.
I only knew a little bit about where his parents were born. There was a Spanish part on some, you know, I'm not going to go into it, but that's the type of thing they didn't talk about, whereas we as parents have spoke to our kids and let them know everything. And my kids still want to learn about my parents, but there was a lot of it that you don't know because she shouldn't have been with a black man.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it was. But it's, so this is going to be fantastic.
What was you know your mum's family a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we weren't always around them, but because they were in England, you know what I mean? But even they were in London, so we didn't see that much of them, but there were still connections.
Yeah.
Because they came here, we went there.
Yeah.
So we did know them, but I think we knew one or two of my dads.
Yeah. Oh, I remember the sisters coming.
One.
The sister.
The sister.
Yeah.
Get her out of here, I'll get her fucking deported if you don't get rid of her. Me mum.
I'm from.
Yeah, so I think it's a really interesting topic about how we all share our history of each other. Because, I think
Phil
it's-
shared this tonight. I didn't know he wanted to murder people.
No mercy, is there? No mercy.
Just tonight, we'll forget by next week.
You know what you said about the real did?
Yeah.
The generations came together, right? Because we all had like similar experiences and we were like-minded,
Yeah.
irrespective of the ages, right? And I forgot my thread now.
Is that, you know, have you had one of them biscuits?
Oh, do you all yeah. No, I didn't.
Oh, it's gone now. Thread's gone.
Red or head.
Oh, no, he's never going to talk, so he's not
I don't do Harold. With a bobby hat.
Harold Beanie Shipman.
Beanie Man.
That's where he run off to last week, that he was going to
Yeah.
Could you just leave my colleague alone?
It's too late. We're on your case.
Going home to watch Luther. Here's Luther.
Lucifer.
Lucifer, that's it.
Let's put it this way, if we do anything, we want him on board.
Yeah.
He's a spokesman, he's so eloquent. And
Yeah,
he
When he's killing you.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
This is for your own good.
Should have known better.
You'll sleep easy.
I'll be better with children, I think, though.
He's going to kill kids now as well.
What are you doing to the children?
I talk to them, you let shout.
I won't shout.
Don't bully them.
I know. Billy said, thank God we found out what you were going to do to them.
We left him.
You don't listen to what I'm saying.
Imagine if we did now. And the next thing, we're just live streaming, him shouting, kick the fucking stool away, kick the fucking stool away.
Lynching.
Still filming. Thank God. Right, we know now.
The thing I was thinking about is kind of like visual branding.
Oh yeah, go on.
Like maybe like start thinking about it a little bit when we're putting it out there on Facebooks and our advertising. What kind of our image for the project?
I think Phil with fire and brimstone.
He's going to get it till he goes.
It's over.
He's not, he won't come back. Don't be lenient, I like Phil being here, he won't come back.
He knows old people are coming.
He'll be back.
It's not going to stop. He'll be like that thankful one to him.
We'll have to FaceTime him next
Come back
week.
to sit and adventure.
You can live stream from the cruise, that's what we can do.
So what time is it, folks? I always ask this and it's always 10 past 8. It's always 10 past 8. So go on, what we're going to attempt to live stream.
I thought it'd be a good idea just to live stream next week's event. Just like kind of...
Well, you can pick it up on Facebook if we live stream it.
Not on the
what it is and how I'm going to do it, and show you different things I can do on the laptop with it, which you could do, or choose to do, like, because you can still put content over a live stream as well.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you can still have cutaways to like interesting photos, happening like while people are talking. You can have you can play movies as well and stuff like that. You can have little overlays of information.
Can people interact as well if they want?
What does he want to interact with now?
This'll be in, look. This'll be in slow, with a knife.
I wasn't allowed to interview you, but I'm going to get you.
When we come back, the project will be shut down.
Phil will be second. He'll be on death row. The only person on death row.
In England.
Yeah. Go on, Dave. What?
One of the things I was saying to Linda is that people can interact online as well while it's happening live. One thing you can do is do just a simple way is just through a hashtag on Twitter, and you can just like they do on TV.
Yeah.
You see it all the time, don't you? Just hashtag this in.
What's our hashtag, folks? Sorry, go on, Sean. Go on.
So if you put
You've already done it on here.
What is it?
Go on, I'm supposed to. Well, go past that one. Go on, Sean.
If you come up with just a hashtag and then say something after like Reno live, and if people tap and put a question underneath it, you can see that live pop up on Twitter, and then you can answer
At the Reno live.
Reno at the Whitworth.
At the Reno live sounds good to me. What's anybody else got? Yeah, at the Reno live.
The only problem is we need to check, because obviously Reno's...
Somebody else might have it.
No, that's my website, so it's fine.
Reno Live.
At the Reno.live is my website.
Yeah.
You want to make it simple though. You want to make it simple so it's just no dots, no dashes.
Okay, at the Reno live.
At the Reno live.
The word does it, doesn't it? Because you don't say the Reno.
But there's been quite a few things being the Reno, but at the Reno just sounds a bit different.
At the Reno live.
Yeah.
Live at the Reno, the 12 nights.
Oh, live at the Reno. No, that'd be like Showgirls. That sounds like Showgirls. So now Brian's coming out with Showgirls.
It's 12 nights. Yeah. Look at it like the night of round tables, only that's not round.
So how long are you hoping to live stream next week for? Is it going to be the hour to prepare at the beginning and then sometime in the second hour? Or?
I suppose, let's...
Go on, say it. Go on. No, you have to...
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we don't have to go straight into it. Yeah, first off, we can chat about it and I can show you what to do and stuff like that. And then we can decide what we want to stream. Are we just going to have a conversation for a camera, or do you want to talk about something in particular? Just figure it all out.
I think you need that time beforehand, don't you,
to
sort of educate us.
Yeah. So shall we? You're going to educate us before dinner, before break.
Dinner next week.
Oh no, very sweet now there, God. No, before our break, you could educate on what to do and what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Well, yeah, I'll
I'll
just show
Talk us through
you
it.
my setup
Yeah.
and what you can do and stuff, and
and
you
show
know,
us what you can do, and then we'll have
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So what should we
I mean-
bring? Do we need to bring some out?
Fill your balaclava.
Maybe
Biscuits.
before we meet up, if anyone can send like any pictures or something, or just anything you feel you want to just play with, like on next week, to Linda or
Linda's
contact.
got most of the pictures anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.